Welcome to another edition of Data Center Pulse. Today's topic is the global summit that we're going to be hosting in Santa Clara, California on February 17th through 19th, 2009. Back in September when we actually formed Data Center Pulse, the whole goal was to get our peers together to have lots of discussion around the challenges that we face in the data center, best practices, etc., to influence the industry through the end user lens. And by December, we had a pretty large uptick in actual membership. We'd formed the board of directors, and there's a lot of activity when it comes to discussions on LinkedIn. And we realized, as the board was discussing, we should really have a face-to-face conversation about a lot of this. And we decided that we were going to have this summit in February. And since then, we've had 7 working sessions with the board, 7 meetings over the last couple weeks or 3 weeks, working through the details, trying to make sure that we're prepared for this actual summit. And there's been advertisements, emails going back out about the summit and how you can register. Now, I'm here to tell you what you can expect from this summit. We're very excited about it because we had the membership and the industry submit in ideas about which tracks would be interesting to discuss. And from there, 11 of them have really come out as the top. And the membership has voted on this as far as what they care about. And we've got another level of voting when they're registering on which ones we're going to be focusing on within the summit itself. So let me go through some of this. The tracks themselves. Metrics. There's so many metrics out there. Which ones should we be adopting? You've got the 8 measurements of useful work from the Green Grid. We'll be doing an official Data Center Pulse response to the Green Grid around their topics. And then there's a whole slew of other ones there. The next one, Power Trip. It's all about power in the data center. All the challenges around that, all the opportunities, all the debates around AC versus DC, high voltage, etc. And the next one is the top 10 things that we want. This one is very interesting. I'll be hosting this. We're going to put out that top 10 list to the industry. Some of them are going to be controversial. Some of them people may not think we're going to be able to do. The whole point is, this is what we care about, and we would like you to go back and address them. The next one, cloud computing. Huge topic for a lot of people. What exactly should the data center owners and operators be doing in 2009? What are the top 3 things? There are so many offerings, so many definitions about it. It's really getting clarity around it and trying to understand what would the framework be and giving input back into the industry and also to the membership base. Data center certification. This is another interesting one. How do we measure data centers and say that they meet a certain criteria? How do we measure talent within the data center, that they're certified like an IEEE engineer or like a mechanical engineer, etc. All those pieces around certification will be talked about. Liquid cooling. Fanless servers. We're doing the chill off, which is actually testing a cold plate technology along with a lot of other fan-based solutions. We want to understand in detail what it means when I've got a server that has liquid in it. What do I need to do from the IT side, from the facility side, and does it make sense? So that'll be a very interesting discussion. Alignment. There are so many offerings out there from the utilities, the governments, different companies for rebates, etc. We want to get all these different groups and figure out how we can interact with them and make it very easy for the user base to go back and participate within these different offerings and things. And overall, the alignment within the industry. How does Data Center Pulse work with all those different groups? Data center warehouse. So think of it as data warehouse. All the content that's out there, there's mountains of it. And there's lots of papers written. How good are they? Are they right? And so we would like to take this content back in and then be able to prioritize this content based on user feedback for people that have used it or have actually read it. So it'll be ranking, just like think of the Amazon model of where you're looking at a book and people are rating how well that book is written, etc., how good the book is. Same idea here with real content around data centers. Bits and bytes of storage. There's so much storage stuff out there. Fiber channel to solid state to etc. What do we do with the storage model itself? Networking, another big one. And harnessing the global power of Data Center Pulse. How do we really get what's going on in the US and replicate that around the world? So literally the entire globe is participating at this level within the data center community. And we know that there's a lot of opportunity for it. Now, what's going to be great, let me tell you about the day. The first one is that we've picked leaders. So there's a leader of the track and then there's a moderator. Okay, and the leader is really goal to make sure that the conversations are going where it needs to be, discussing and debating with the folks on there. The moderator is now listening to all that discussion, trying to keep them on track, and also now using those social network tools that we've got set up, pulling information real time from the user base that couldn't attend because of travel restrictions or whatever else. We want the world to be able to participate. So they'll be able to do that as the funnel through the actual moderator and getting the input in. So they make a decision as something that'll be posted right back up to the site and people will be able to now comment on that. But the goal here is that within the first day, those leaders are going to be able to finish that discussion and have a presentation out on what they found. Now, what they found may be varying definitions, okay, or what their recommendations are or what their requests are. Whole point is that topic will be presented out the next morning to the data center membership. Okay, so in the morning itself, that we will elicit feedback from the people that are attending. Those presentations will also be sent out to the user community globally that weren't able to attend to get feedback from them and really tweak those presentations. Then in the afternoon, in the same location, we're going to be hosting the AFCOM Northern California chapter meeting, and we'll be discussing these or reading these out to the industry. And then the next day, we're going to be, Teledata is holding a technology convergence conference in Santa Clara, California here, and we will be using the afternoon of that session to go and discuss and debate these topics with everyone in the industry, really to elicit the feedback at that point about what the opinions are, so the leaders will be there to present, and then getting input from all the different folks there. So we're really excited about this conference. We really love the fact that we've got real topics that they really care about and an end user base that has a lot of passion around this because they have to make these decisions in their data center every day. So we hope that you will take the time to come out and actually attend this conference if you can. If you can't, please watch so you can jump in with the social network tools to be able to provide input into these different tracks. So if you're not a member of Data Center Pulse yet, go on to LinkedIn, select Data Center Pulse, and actually submit your request to join the group. And once you're accepted within that, you will see that there's a password that's up on one of the discussions in LinkedIn itself. Then you can go to datacenterpulse.com, click on the summit, and go to the register thing and actually sign up for the conference. Pick the tracks that you want. So again, we're very excited about this. We hope that everyone will actually try to attend, as many people as possible, because these are very important topics that really are timely, especially in this economy, about what we need to do in our data centers. So again, thank you for listening, and stay tuned for additional episodes of Data Center Pulse.
Bring the beat back.